Hey, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Rakah, Kodash, double honors to the apostle that was a great millstone. Peace and blessing to Yah, compassion and truth throughout the four winds. Salakia. You can see this video is going to be entitled, this is an action walk, okay? This walk is solely about doing, okay? It's solely about doing. It's not about just talking. And this goes for really men and women. If you're calling yourself someone who believes and you're a believer and you expect salvation and all that, this walk is about doing. You know what I'm saying? It's totally about doing. It's not just some word of mouth thing. You can't hear you're an Israelite and not basically stand up and do what you're supposed to be doing for salvation, because everybody has a job that's required for salvation. You know what I'm saying? This is Proverbs Chapter 2, 1. It says, "My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart unto understanding." So these are things that you do. Okay, these are actions. Okay, these are actions that has to be done. All right. It says, "Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding." So criest, that word is to. So all these things, when you're crying out to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's an action. Let's see what that action is. Okay. Let's see what that action is. Gee. That action is to call, to cry, utter a loud sound. Okay. Let's go down to summon, to invite. Now, why did I circle invite on there? Because this is the action that needs to be taken in this walk. When it says invite, what does that mean? This is Revelation 3:20. "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me." So we have to invite the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Really, when he's knocking, we answered the call because that's how we were set up and what we were set up to do. But this is how it is, okay? It's an action, okay? So now we have to basically, through this walk of action, we have to open up everything to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We have to be an open book to him, okay? We have to be an open book by what laws or whatever we need to do, calling on his names. These are things we must do, okay? It's an action, all right? So now we have to get understanding, wisdom, and knowledge, and all those things trickle down from that, okay? But this is what we first do. We open up and invite him in when he's knocking on the door. That means we answer and we do the things that we're supposed to be doing as Israelite men and women, okay? Mark chapter 12 and 29, it says, "And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments here is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment." So going back up here, when it says when you criest, let me see, "When thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding," that means you really want it. And while you really want it, you invite him in. And by you inviting Yahweh Shem Yahushua in when he knocks, that means you're just selling yourself over to him, to his will. Whatever he have you to do, whatever he have you go through, you have to fall into that line, and it has to fit, okay? That's why you invited him in, okay? Verse 4, it says, "If thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hidden treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshai and find the knowledge of the Most High. For Yahweh Shem Yahshai giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Okay, so crying out and inviting him in, it's a reward for that. Okay, he's going to sup with you and you with him. All right, and by you supping with him, you're going to basically soak up and understand and learn things, and things are going to be open to you. Okay, we make ourselves a living sacrifice. That sacrifice comes with, we have a job to do. So now he's not going to basically let us do our job without properly grooming us and giving us the proper tools to teach, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, so when you go on the highways and hedges and you're speaking that spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, those tools that you got for inviting him in, he gave you those tools. He basically give you instruction when he knocks on the mind and you invite him in, as Revelation 3:20 said. He sup with you. What do you think that conversation is about? If we're supping with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, what do you think that conversation is about? Okay, it's knowledge being passed. Okay, it's wisdom being put to use. So now you have the tools to do what? To teach. You know what I'm saying? You know when and what to say. You know how to say it. You know to look up words, and all these things, they come from the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay. It says, for the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. And that comes from when you invite him in. Okay, but he chose us first of all. Okay, this is Proverbs 9:10. The fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Okay, so when you fear him and when he comes in and he tells you these things, he's going to give you all the tools. Okay, and you have to do the job the exact way he told you to do it. Okay, that's fearing him. Okay, if you don't do it the way he had it set up for you to do, then judgment comes. But you're going to straighten up and things are going to come out the way that he wants them to come out. Verse 7, it says, he layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. And that's what exactly happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. So everything, when he gives you those instructions, when you invite him in, he's going to have angels. Look at this. Psalm 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear him, and he delivereth them. So now when you go on your everyday walks throughout life, when something comes, you don't even understand the things you possibly didn't go through. Like, we don't even know the Lord could have had us go through something to where we missed out on a wreck that would have killed us. You know, we just can't see all the things that he saved us from. All right. But by you inviting him, see, it's perks to these things. When the Lord comes in and sups with you, it's beneficial. Okay, it's very beneficial. All right, and you benefit from it. He's preserving you. He's preserving your way to righteousness. Okay, and the kingdom comes from that. All right. 9, it says, thou then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. This is Isaiah 30:21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. So you're going to be covered on all grounds, on all sides. All right. So every good path. So whatever the Lord has you go through, see, this is the thing. You don't want the enemy, even though he works for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you don't want him to have grasp over the way you move. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Shai controls it all, but when Satan has his hands in how you maneuver, he can lead you somewhere, and it's just total recklessness because you're not protected. That's why it says the angel of Yahweh Shem Shai encampeth around about them that fear him. So if you don't fear him, you're fair game to Satan. You know what I'm saying? It looks good. All those things look good, but for how long do they look good? Okay? But for how long do they look good? You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You don't want to fall into that stumbling block of things just looking good. If you got to go through some things to win in the end, go through them. All right? 10, it says, when wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Now, let's go to discretion. Purpose. Description, device, plot. Purpose, discretion. So, now, when you have discretion, you know what happens? You're going to be preserved because you're going to understand everything about this walk. You're going to understand why we went through slavery the way we went through it. Why your life is the way it is. Why someone's ruling over us and we're at the very bottom. You understand all these things now. But these things, all they're going to do is they're going to keep you. Because just like things were turned right side up, they're going to turn the way they're supposed to be turned. And that ends up with us on top ruling righteously through Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? So that discretion is just basically your purpose. You're going to understand your purpose now. Okay? And when you understand your purpose, the Lord is going to keep you. And he's going to have you, the ways of you marched off righteously. Okay? So your story makes a whole lot more sense now because you understand exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Verse 12, it says, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh froward things. And that's what the discretion is. You understand your role. And understanding your role and that discretion or whatever, you're not going to go out and say, I'm going to do something and it's against Yahweh Shem Shai. That spirit of discretion that's on you from the Lord, it is to deliver thee from the way of the evil man. Okay, and that's this system. Okay, it says, who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Okay, and that's the thing. They're going to leave Esau and his system. They don't leave a righteous path to follow. Okay, it's a path of darkness. It says, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked. You know, and everybody that has to, I mean, you're trying to get to the kingdom. You got to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? You got to pray to the Yahweh Shem Shai and do what's right. Fuck feelings. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what's right. This world was not set up for us to prosper and be in a kingly mind frame on this side. We're in captivity. Okay? So you can't hang your hat on being the richest man in the world because this place is coming to an end. All right? And you would know that if you had that spirit of discretion, you know it's like, okay, I know what I got to do, but still I'm not going to set myself up to where I'm trying to be like everything in this place because you know it's coming to an end. That's what discretion is. Okay? It says to deliver thee from the strange woman. Oh, hold on. It says, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked. And it says, and they froward in their paths, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words. And that's this system. Okay? And this is Revelation 18:4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And discretion is going to keep you from that. Okay? Being discreet is going to keep you from that. All right? It says, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her power, for her house inclineth into death, and her path unto the dead. So if you don't have discretion, and when Yahweh Shem Yahshua knocked on your door, and you walked on that path using those tools and that map he gave you to walk on through the Spirit, you're basically walking into your own death. And you're going to see a lot of people walk into their own death. This is not a game. This truth is not a game, bro. And this is to men and women. It's not a game. This is not nothing you play with. Okay? It says her path unto the dead. So imagine being alive but being dead, because you basically, by not opening that door and continually walking in it, you're walking right into chaos, destruction, what's coming to this place. None that go into her return again, neither take they hold of the path of life. So you turn. It's too late for you. Can you imagine all the people that knew they were Israelites? Can you imagine all the people that knew what was right? And all this shit turned upside down just like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. And everybody's going to want to know, what do I do now? I'm so sorry. Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. All right? So it says, none of them go into her return again. Neither take they hold of the path of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressors shall be rooted out of it. So it's a decision to make. You know what I'm saying? It's an action walk, man. This is about action. It's not about doing things with emotions and feelings. It's about doing things because that's the way it's supposed to be done. You can't call yourself an Israelite and put yourself in the mind frame of old and still live in a worldly way like people are doing. You just can't do that. Okay, you can't say you know Yahweh Shem Yahshua and you still doing stupid shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? Can you repent? Yes, but you can't constantly live in that lifestyle. All right? I hope this is edifying. I'll say, call Allah Yam La Yahweh Shem Yahshua by Shem Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostle, Nel's great millstone. Peace and blessing to y'all. I can push this truth throughout the 4 winds. Till next time, Shalom.